Hi guys, so I'm back again with another update. I've done a couple of things, very small things, since the last time you saw. I don't know if anyone noticed last time, but this hinge was broken, so I've just fixed that hinge. So the doors now open and close nice and smoothly without dragging. I've also moved it into my room, as you can see, just because we've got guests in the spare room, so I figured I'd get it out the way. I've kind of fixed these. I fixed the roof back on. I do still need to stick the other one of these in that hole. The only thing is, like, the roof doesn't like go down fully, which is really annoying. I'm not really sure why. I think it's to do with like the screws. I just can't work it out. I've been trying to do it for ages. I just can't work out what's wrong with it, because they can't really go like any flatter, but I think that may end up just being a quirk, that it doesn't quite match. Like, if you can see, it doesn't go all the way down, so I may work on that later. But now you can actually see it has a roof, which is really nice. The more I look at this roof, the more I hate it, like sticking up. I thought it was okay, but it's like annoying me even more. Maybe I can put a magnet or something to hold it down. Anyway, so I've done that. Got the video that went up last on my doll's house just saving over there, and I've got the fan on because it's boiling. So other than those little fixes, only other thing that's really changed is I've got some more furniture to go in. Again, some of the furniture is still sticking. Now these I bought second hand, so I won't really be able to give you a useful link for them, but I got this gorgeous little sofa. It's very kind of ornate looking. It's very, very pretty. So I've got this gorgeous sofa, a little table to go with it, and some little pansies. And then I've also got these drawers that match the sofa, and loads of little Halloween, they're tiny little donuts. See, they're like absolutely miniature. But I bought 6 of these little donuts. Loads of these miniature shops. Well, I've got more than 6. I got 7 of those donuts. Loads of these miniature shops sell those kind of donuts. The cat has fallen asleep. Let's put the cat on the sofa. My phone's going off, if you can hear that in the background. And then there's also this as well, which is really pretty. I got this, it's all in one thing, but I really liked this one specifically because it reminded me of my granny. She has one just like this, and everything on these are like fully functioning, so you can open, it's quite hard and like fiddly to do, but you can open all the drawers. Let me just tip it upside down. You can open the doors and the drawers and things as well. And I've got another one which is like a bureau that is just gluing at the moment because one of the little things came off. So those are the only things which I've got which are new since then. I've sort of put everything in, so I've put the fireplaces kind of where I think they're gonna go. I've put one on this side as well, so I definitely would like a fireplace down there, so I think I'm gonna have it go at, well, not have it go, I'm just gonna buy another one. But other than that, that is it. So today I think I'm just gonna add a little bit of paint to the front of it. I think this video will probably be over a couple of days, but I'm gonna today basically begin working on the front, which is very exciting. So I'm gonna get some black paint, so just to show you a before. This is how it looks before. Very blue and white. And I'm gonna have a little look and try and work out if I should do these bits black and this bit grey, or this bit grey and this bit black. I was gonna do it black and red, but I figured I have also got the front door separately to paint, but I did figure I don't want to make it red because I want to have some red flowers and stuff, and I think that will look really gorgeous with the contrast between like the black with the little red flowers rather than the red windows. So I'm going to have a go at beginning with that. I'm going to use my water-based paint, see how it applies. I have applied like an orange layer up there before. It didn't come out too bad, so I'm going to see what it looks like, and if need be I will be buying some acrylic paint. so it's the next day. This is as far as I got yesterday. I had to go out, so I didn't quite finish it. But it's completely dry now. This paint dries super quickly, which is one really good positive of using it. I'm really pleased with the kind of effect which it has. It's kind of like spotted. Basically, after I finished filming, I had been doing the painting in lines, but it kind of just kept smudging. So what I started doing was just doing dots, just like this, all over. And I really like the effect that it had, because it's kind of given it almost like a brick-like effect. It's kind of made it look a little bit aged. And there's also different colours. I think it's just where some places it's thicker, some places it's thinner, and then of course like the black has mixed in slightly in places too. The black itself has held on quite nicely. It's definitely going to need another layer just because it does look a little bit patchy, but I do quite like that look as well. And what I'm going to do, I've decided, is order some like little bat charms to go up in the tops of these windows, because I think that will look really cute. And I thought as well it would be quite nice to put like candles or like little pumpkins just in the window, so it looks like the room inside are like burning candles through their windows. So a channel called October, but with a K instead of a C, commented a really good idea that was to put like saran wrap, I think it's called in America, but we call it like cling film, on the back, and then I can like decorate it and make it look like there's ghosts and stuff in the windows, but you'll still be able to see through to the actual rooms inside. And I really liked that idea. I'm not sure if like cling film and saran wrap are different, just because cling film is very thin. So probably what I would do is get like a laminated sheet and laminate it and then stick it on there, because that will be like a thicker plastic. But I really like that idea, so I think I'm gonna do that. But as I said, I may put some things in the window. So today what I'm gonna do is just touch up those few little bits. Obviously like the sides are still blue, so I need to do those as well. Right up here we've got these windows. This one actually isn't attached yet, so I just need to paint those, which again is going to be quite fiddly. I kind of wish this one on this side wasn't attached as well, because I think that would make it easier, because it won't be attached. But yeah, I need to paint those. So again, I think it's going to be a painting day, but I'm really looking forward to starting like adding more decoration to the front. But I've got to get this first layer down. There is like little bits here which are a bit messy, where the black is kind of going onto the grey and the grey is kind of going onto the black. It's definitely not like the neatest around here, but I showed you in my previous video I got this little pack of autumn leaves. I'm not sure if they're in here, or maybe I left them in the other room, but I got, oh here they are. So I got this little pack of autumny leaves, and I'm going to sprinkle these like along the tops of here, so I'm not too worried about it being a little bit messy, just because I'm going to cover it up. But so far I'm really pleased with the look. I'm glad I went with the grey and the black. I'm hoping once the like side bits and things are done, like these bits down the sides, especially like this side, I think it looks really good. Once I've done that on both sides and coloured in all the windows and the door frame and these bits in the front and the sides, I think it's gonna look so cool. I'm really tempted just to decorate the front and then go and do the sides at a later date, so I'm just gonna see how it goes today. Okay, so I finished painting the front. I'm like super happy with this. It's pretty much dry. There's a few like tiny little bits which I just touched up a minute ago, and I've painted the whole side of the other side. Basically it's really hard to get to this side in this like positioning, so once I've moved this into a different room or turned it around, I'm going to do the other side, but I'm going to stop painting from now. I'm just going to leave it for today because we've done loads. I've also painted the insides of the doors black, so they now match as well. So I'm really pleased with that. I still want to paint the underside of like the roof, so I'm just starting to do a few like details on the front, working out where I can put things. So far I've just been using little bits of confetti. I did mention earlier that I want to put bats on these parts of the windows, but I really don't want to spend any money basically. So I was trying to think of what I could do that would fit in there, and I figured I have loads and loads of bowls of confetti, so I might as well use it up for this. So basically I've gone for like a moon, pumpkin, moon, and on the top level it's pumpkin, moon, pumpkin, and I've got 2 pumpkins at the bottom, and I haven't put one on here yet, but I have got this little bat button. It's the same. I've only got one of these left now, which is really sad. I use them for everything, but it's the same bat button which I actually put onto the little coffin shelf that I made recently. So I'm just gonna stick this little bat on, and all of these I've stuck on with PVA glue. So I feel like this I'm gonna need to hold for a little while just so that it goes tacky and then it will stay. But I'm really pleased with the way that the confetti has like worked. With obviously the pumpkin and the moon, it shows up like really well, but then it has the 2 black bats next to each of them. I didn't know if it would show up very well just because it is a black window. They seem to look okay. I think it's because they're sort of shiny, whereas the paint itself is matte. Bring you in slightly closer, so as you can see there's the 2 bats either side, and it's the same on each of them. And I've now added a little bat to the front door. Hopefully you can see that. It's really tricky to see. This bat definitely isn't showing up quite as well as the bat confetti. I think that's probably just because it is like a matte bat, a matte bat, but I still think that looks quite cute. I haven't stuck the door in or anything yet, so I still need to do that. But now I'm gonna start adding some plants and some things in the windows. So I've got some little like autumny leaves, so I think I'm gonna like put them on the top bits as if they've fallen down and kind of rested on the like top of the windowsills. So I've added leaves across the whole thing. I've put them even like on the roof, like here. I kind of just put glue and just like sprinkled down across the tops, a few little ones on the bottom. So I put like leaves all around the tops of the things. I know technically if leaves were falling down they would just go on the roof and they wouldn't quite like reach there, but whatever. So I used up the whole packet. There was a gram of leaves in here. There are a few that have fallen on the floor, but basically my technique was to just take a bit of PVA glue, put it down, and then to use tweezers just to like drop it down so that they kind of dropped naturally. So hopefully you can see here, like these are actually really good. I did put a link to them in my previous video, but I will link them again. They are like legitimate like little leaves. They're not made of paper from what I can tell. I think these are just dried leaves off of some organic like matter, like some kind of plant, but they definitely have been dyed red, because if I put too much PVA glue on it would leave like a bit of red dye behind. But they look really effective, and since they are like leaves it does give it a very like realistic look. So now I'm going to add some things to the windows. I have been making some tiny little candles. Basically what I've been doing is making tiny little candles out of birthday candles. So I've got loads of them here. I like kind of wanted to look for white ones, but I only had like red and orange ones, so I figured they'd be okay. But basically I've just been burning the end of them, waiting for it to like drip a little bit and kind of turn black, blowing it out, and then just cutting it like to a length of like a small candle, and then just doing the same all the way down, just kind of putting the heat on it sort of until the wick shows, which it kind of comes quite quickly once the first bit of wax is melted. Then the little wick shows and you can make another little candle. So I've basically got all of those, and then I've got these little pumpkins which I showed you previously, so I'm just gonna glue those into the like a few of the windows of the house now, and I may see if I can drop a little bit of wax down just to make it look like the candles are almost like dripping. Before I do this, I did mention as well about putting some plastic on the back so I can have like little ghosts and stuff. I'm gonna do everything like on the front of the house right now. I'm not gonna do anything sort of behind, so I'm still planning to do that, but I probably will be doing that at a later date. I've added lots of bits and bobs to the windows. I've put a couple of things up the top windows, and some of them have a few more bits, but I've made sure there's like at least 2 things in each set of windows. So obviously the glue is still drying, but there's like little orange candles, little red candles, little pumpkins. Again, up there's another little pumpkin. So I've dotted the pumpkins around. They're not like on every window, but as you said, I've made sure there's like a couple of candles at least. So I think they worked really well. I'm actually really pleased that I went with orange and red candles rather than white ones, because I feel like they kind of go with these like little autumn leaves and things. I think it really nicely ties in. So I think the final thing which I wanted to do today, I'm not sure if I'll have time to do it or not, but is to apply some of this green stuff. So like I wanted it to look almost like ivy, because obviously I want it to be an autumn theme, but ivy does stay green in the autumn months. So I'm going to use a hot glue gun. So I'm just painting the flowers at the moment. I'm outside, so it's a little bit noisy, sorry about that, but they were this white colour, so I've kind of twined them from the original leaves. I've got these fabric leaves which I actually got from the works. They were kind of entwined with like a garden string, so I've got this. So I'm just going to paint all of them red. I've painted like one side, so I just flipped it over and I'm painting the other side now. I'm just doing a Queen of Hearts on it and using like a red poster paint. I'm painting them and hopefully they'll dry out here in the sun, and then I can wrap these little leaves around and then hot glue them to the front of the house. So I think this is pretty much the kind of main decorating that I'm going to do for the front of the house. I still need to sort out the front door, but other than that I think that's pretty much it for now. I'm going to go back and decorate the inside, and then obviously if I find bits to add to the front I'll carry on. So just to give you like a bit of a tour, I'm like still in my room, so it's very like cramped down here, so I can't show you like the whole thing, but I'll give you like a tour. So right at the top there's like little autumn leaves down there, a little pumpkin in the window, there's autumn leaves on that side and a little candle. As I said, these candles are just made out of birthday candles. We then have this window with little pumpkins, and as I said, I have decorated the front, but I still want to like make the window panes with little ghosts and things on them. So there's candles there, candles and a little pumpkin on that one, and then lots of candles on that one and another pumpkin, again small candles. And then what I've done is I've basically put this green, I did show it to you in a haul last video, this green climber up, which I've just cut it into like little bits, and then I used a hot glue gun. I'm just using my phone as a torch, but I used a hot glue gun to stick this on rather than PVA, just because it glued a bit quicker. So I put the climbing ivy all up the front, and I did actually go ahead and like stick a few little autumn leaves on the ivy so that it sort of matched in. This is the like front door bit. I need to put the door in, but there's a little bat with the autumn leaves, and some more kind of leaves and stuff climbing up this side. Again, the windows all have little candles and pumpkins in them. So that climbs all the way up to there, and then up the actual side of the house I've put the rose kind of mixture. So these were the white flowers which I painted red, and I wrapped the green twine round and just made this little kind of climbing rose thing up the side. So that is the house. I'll just show you, kind of pan down, so that's what it looks like from the front. So I'm really pleased with how this turned out. Definitely much more spooky than the blue front that we started with. So now I'm going to continue to work on the inside, and quickly, just before I go anywhere, we'll show you a couple of things which I got through the post this morning. So if I open this up, as you can see, the black on the inside has all dried now, which is really good. So I got this little black cat that kind of rests up against things, so I've just got it resting up there. I've got some little kittens, so there's like a kitten on the table and on the sofa, and a kitten there. They're just randomly placed at the moment. And then I also, just because I needed like a 99p item just to make the shipping worthwhile, I bought 6 little bottles of Coke to go in the kitchen. that's everything for this update. Do let me know what you'd like to see me do next. I would like to do some more of the furniture, but obviously I've also got the other rooms to decorate on the insides. And if you do have any ideas, please do let me know it down in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions or comments, please do leave them down below. If it's anywhere you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I'll see you next time. Bye!